Good morning. Sorry, a little phlegmy. Um, and I want to make sure that you can hear me. My microphone is not picking up very well. So I'm just going to hold it a little closer and see if that doesn't work better. 6 weeks in to doing the preparation exercise. And my capacity for actually doing this exercise seems to be increasing. When I first started, it was kind of hard to make myself sit down and do the exercise, like sit and um, make certain I was in my body, make certain I knew what my emotions were, could calm my mind, focus my mind on the experience of what's going on in the moment. And, start with the first force. Step one is thinking about who I want to be. And I've been using the steps in the embodiment contemplation as well as the virtues, because the steps in the embodiment contemplation actually feed into the experience of the virtue, the visceral experience of the virtues. And so interesting that the lights are going up and down. I have no idea why. But anyway, starting there, feeling that, experiencing that. Sometimes every once in a while, like I'll be sitting thinking about serenity, and all over my body tingles. There's like tingling sensation all over. And I know I'm very aware of what the physical experience is of being in my body. I'm more aware of it now than I ever have been in the past. Um, and as I do this, I have more and more awareness. And part of that's good, and part of that's something I think we all avoid, which is physical pain. Um, I, one of my jobs is pretty physically demanding. It requires a lot of lifting of a small person, and it's physically demanding. Like I'm tired at the end of the day, and my shoulders ache from the lifting. Luckily, he's starting to walk, so I'm really hopeful that some of the lifting will decrease. Anyway, that's a side note. Actually, doing the exercise is, I'm noticing an increased capacity to connect with my desires. And desire in our society, especially for women, has been, maybe for men too, I have no idea. But for me, um, desire was hidden and only around sexuality. And desire is really about wants. It's about needs, like needs and wants, and knowing what we want. And in my dominant personality, with the energy so focused outward on, in order to survive, you must help other people. Um, Knowing what I want I hid it from myself, because it takes energy to know what you want and fulfill it, right? If you hide it from yourself, if I hid it from myself, didn't know what I wanted, then I didn't know what I was missing. And it had just allowed me to use more and more of my energy to connect with other people, to provide for their needs, to take care of things, to attempt to anticipate their needs and fulfill them before they ask for anything. Oh, it's just nightmare of a cycle. Um, I remember the first time a coach asked me what I wanted. And I was like deer in the headlights. Or yeah, no, he asked me what I needed. I didn't even fucking know what needs were. I was so far removed. I had removed myself so far from who I was, that I didn't even know what my needs were. I didn't even know the names of them. I mean, he looked at me and he's like, "It's not hard. Do you have to go to the bathroom? Do you need food? Do you need sleep?" Like, those are needs. I'm like, "Oh." Now I know. I know a lot more. I'm in connection with my needs, and I'm becoming more and more connected to my wants, and, who I want to be in the world is is aligned with my evolutionary purpose. When I think about my evolutionary purpose and I think about who I want to be, those things are aligning with one another, and what I want to do in the world, um, that's more focused. I have more energy to focus on and organize. Like, I have systems, right? I have systems in place to write down all the things I need to do and all the things I want to do. But then I have a system in place for like picking through it and going, okay, what am I actually going to be able to do? Because like I'm limited just like the rest of you with only 24 hours in a day. And some days I have to sleep. So going into the fear, the dance of fear and desire, becoming more aware of the fear, I'm starting to understand the relationship between fear and desire, that they are both present at the same time. What is not present is my ability to be aware of that relationship. Letting the fear drive everything kept me safe. Yeah, kept me safe, kept me under the radar. In a family of 6 people, as the youngest person, um, staying under the radar was important. um, Not being who I really am, not knowing that I had a choice about who I could actually be. Um, just like going along. I think everybody's just going along. And so this experiment is changing. I'm recognizing the fear. I'm recognizing the desire. I am taking conscious, aware action to have conversations with people that in the past, the not too distant past, I would have avoided, um, particularly with my spouse, right? He's like, "You're hiding stuff from me." I wasn't just hiding stuff from him, I was hiding stuff from me. You can't share with somebody else what you don't know about yourself. Um, and you can't share your wishes and your desires if you don't know what they are. Um, which seems incredibly silly and stupid. And yet, I am complex. I am a complex human being made up of a body that parts of it I have control over, the movement, my breath can sometimes, but lots of stuff happens inside my body that I have no control over. It just happens. And then a heart that feels, that feels. And that is, for me, been the primary data provider in the system that is me, Laura Lee. The heart's first. Um, mind and body were second, third, somewhere in there. Heart, constantly leading with my heart, um, which isn't, it's a good thing and a bad thing, right? Like, it's good to have your heart, but it's also dangerous because you get taken advantage of very easily. And I have a mind, and the mind likes to daydream. That's one of the things I've noticed. I'm starting to notice the daydreams, and the daydreams take me off into space, and they feel lovely. Honestly, daydreaming is wonderful, and um, but what it doesn't do is allow me to take action on the things I really want to do. So, becoming more and more aware of what takes me away from actively being present in the moment, knowing I am present in the moment. I'm starting to catch on to that more and more and more, and being able to bring myself back and think to myself, okay, that's a lovely daydream, but daydreams don't come true. They don't come true unless you take action. And so being present helps me take action. And so finally, and I need to wrap this up because it's getting too long. This exercise, you're supposed to actually do it twice a day, in the morning and in the evening before you go to bed. I only tend to write the to-do list the night before. But I'm so exhausted, and I think it's a capacity issue. I don't think, like, the intensity of doing this practice in the morning, I'm getting more capacity to do it, to handle it, to flow with it. And I think in time, this is my prediction, in time, it will be a natural move to begin to do this exercise in the evening before I go to bed. But I just don't think the capacity is there right now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens as the year unfolds and as I continue to do this experiment of the dance of fear and desire, and to discover what I learn about myself. So that's it. 6 weeks in to the new year with an experiment on examining fear and desire and how it shows up in my life, and um, using very specific laws, 1, 3, and 7, and practices are built around those laws. Um, yeah, that's where it's at. Life is a little bit easier than it was 6 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Kind of like it. Anyway, have a good day. And if you decide to do something like what I'm doing, all I can say is go for it. It's not easy, but it's well worth it. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.